All right, today we are looking at the WERA Kraftform Kompakt 838RA-RM Set 1. It is a 15-piece hex bit ratcheting screwdriver set. Okay. So inside the box, you get the tool in a nice fabric case, sticker, and some documentation. Back of the box details what's inside. You get 3 Phillips bits, number 1, 2, and 3. You get 3 positive drive bits, also 1, 2, and 3. You get 4 Torx bits, T10, T15, T20, T25. And you get 3 hex, 3, 4, and 5 millimeter, and 1 slotted bit driver. All of them are 89 millimeters long. Okay. So the case, made of fabric, has a Velcro opening and closing, also has a Velcro on the back, and they do give you a sticky Velcro pad that you could stick onto something. And I just want to point out that it is actually the Velcro brand of Velcro, so they're definitely not skimping on the quality. And then on the front of the case, logo, rubberized finish. If we open it up, this is the set. Get the driver and the bits. And the case has these little flaps that I guess the point is when you have it closed, they won't fall out. And this is just held in with an elastic band. So looking at the handle, you can see it is the WERA 838RA-RM, code 051493. It's the part number. And it does have the wrap adapter tip on it, which is a locking magnetic hex bit adapter. And this is how you change the direction of the screwdriver. So it has a forward or tightening by pushing it to the right. So keep in mind that you push this in the direction that you want to tighten. So if you want to righty-tighty, you push this to the right, and then you have righty-tighty. And if you pull this back 1 click, it's in locked mode. And then pulling it back 1 more click puts it into reverse. You can keep pushing on this, so if you wanted to do some driving, you can keep pushing on it, but it will only click into place the first couple times that you press it. So if I have it in reverse and then I want to go into forward, click it forward 2 times, and then any further clicks is just working the ratcheting mechanism. And to load a bit, I can grab one here. This is the T10, and all the bits are labeled. They all have a label on them. So if we pull this forward and then stick this in, give it a little push, it will snap into place. And now it's locked. It feels pretty good in the holder. There's a little bit of play. It's not bad. The actual wrap adapter holder connection to the handle has a little bit more play. A little bit more than I would like, but it's not terrible. But overall, it is very easy to use. And if you pop them out by pulling this lever forward, you pull this away from the handle, it ejects the bit. So if you don't want it to go flying, you do have to hold it. And it does stay in the locked position. You can unlock it, but if you pull it out, it'll stay in the open position until you put another bit in and it locks closed. And I can give you a quick demo of actually using it. This is just a Ryobi screwdriver that I've been doing some work on that is using a lot of T10 Torx bits. So it fits very nicely. It's a high quality bit. And if I want to loosen these, click this 2 times over, and then I can start to loosen. If I want to tighten them back in, click it forward. The ratcheting mechanism does feel really smooth. I do have to admit that. It's a quick demo. And taking a look at the bits, they're all held in with a elastic band. Grab a Phillips and a flat. They are definitely high quality bits. The machining does look really nice. No complaints there. Let's see if I can get it to focus. And one thing to note is I purchased this with, well, I wanted a ratcheting screwdriver, but I was also really interested in these bits because I do a lot of work with my smaller ratcheting bit drivers. Here's my Icon one. And I was curious how this would work in one of these. And they do work, but because they have the standard US anvil size, there is a little bit of forward and back play. It does lock in, like it's not going to fall out, but there is a little bit of forward and back play. So just something to be aware of. And one last thing I wanted to note about the wrap adapter, just comparing it to, this is a Hercules bit adapter from Harbor Freight. I think this retails for about $10. They work about the same way, but I do want to say that the WERA does feel a bit nicer compared to the Hercules. Yeah, the Hercules just feels a little bit more, I guess, spongy on the mechanism, and then when it's actually locked in, it just there's more movement. You can actually see there's quite a bit more movement than with the wrap adapter. Basically no forward and back movement. A little bit of side to side movement, but the Hercules has more side to side. So it is a high quality bit holder. Like I said, the actual ratcheting mechanism feels a little bit sloppy. I would say that it's probably on par with, you know, what you would expect from a ratcheting screwdriver. I think maybe for the price of this, they could have done a little bit better. And just talking about price, I bought this from KC Tool. They had a Black Friday sale, and this set was $50. Now, they say that the full price of this set is $120. But I don't really think that KC Tool is always being completely, maybe not dishonest, but maybe skewing the price a little bit, because on Amazon, this set is $79.69, so $80. And this ratchet handle, the 838 RAM, is $35. So $35 for this, or $80 for the set. KC Tool claims that this retails for $120, but I don't think that you're going to be finding anywhere actually selling it for that price. And just for comparison's sake, I went on Amazon.de to look at the price of these tools in USD. And on Amazon.de, you can buy this ratcheting screwdriver for $23, and you can buy this set for $55. So it is cheaper to buy these on Amazon.de. Now, that being said, you are going to have to pay shipping, and they may not deliver everything to the United States. It looks like these items can be delivered to the United States, but that's not going to be the case with everything on Amazon.de. I would say for $50, this is a decent value. I don't love the case. It feels a little bit just unfinished. I think that it's probably more intended for the person who has a toolbox that they bring with them, maybe an electrician or somebody working in the trades that has a small compact tool bag, and they need to be able to throw this in and not worry about the bits falling out. I think it does work well for that purpose. But I think just in terms of day-to-day use, it's a little bit clunky. These flaps are not my favorite. They do kind of make it annoying to get the bits in and out. And overall, I think at this price, I would probably want a slightly nicer carrying case. It's not terrible. It definitely could be a lot worse. Should you buy it? I think that's going to depend on if you're looking for something like this and you want the compact case. Because like I said, you can buy the handle just by itself for $35. I think the handle is a decent ratcheting handle. Just look at this one more time. The size of it is, I would say, good. It's a little small, I think, for my preference, but I do have a pretty large hand. I normally wear size XL gloves. And, you know, you can see it fits, but it's definitely on the smaller side of screwdriver handles. I think if it was any smaller, it would be too small. But I think if they had one size up, I think I would prefer that. And they may actually make a one size up. I haven't checked their entire catalog. WERA makes a lot of different screwdriver handles and combinations. I think they even have one that doesn't have the wrap adapter, and they have one that has like a longer shank. But these long shank bits are actually nice. One more thing I wanted to compare it to is if you're looking at using them, I'll just grab the T10 just to compare. So if you put a short bit T10 in an extender and then put this into a ratcheting bit driver, your length is similar, but one thing that you gain with this kind of bit is that you have this short, or you have the narrow shank all the way down. So just for example, I'll show you trying to unscrew this with this, and you can see there's interference. Because of the way that this is designed, it doesn't fit very well. Now it works, like I can do it, but I'm rubbing against here. Now comparing it to the WERA, there's clearance. I actually have quite a bit of clearance. So that's just one thing to consider. And of course, these bits do work in a variety of bit holders. They fit just fine. They magnet in. Overall, I'd say I'm very happy with this set. And generally speaking, I would recommend it if you're in the market for something similar. One more side note, KC Tool did include this in the package, which I thought was a nice touch. It says a bit of thanks, and it's actually a WERA #2 Phillips that has a KC Tool branded sleeve on it. So that was a nice touch. That was a little freebie. So that's my review and initial impressions of the WERA Kraftform Kompakt 838RA-RM 15-piece bit driver set. Thank you for watching.